Hello world, another beautiful day, and it's Friday. Yeah. What's up? Sitting here reading up on this article. I told you I was going to keep you guys informed about this Kojima situation. You know what? There's a saying in life. You never appreciate someone until they're gone. In the world out there, I think Biggie Smalls said it best. You're nobody till somebody kills you, huh? So value is very important in life. Okay, job security is a myth. Okay, now for the normal person, job security is a myth. But if you own a company like a multi-million-dollar company or multi-billion-dollar company, and you're the owner, co-founder, CEO, then job security is not a myth. But for the normal folks, job security is a myth. And for the normal folks, every job has a start date and an expiration date on it, and you have to be ready to make changes. Okay, so with Kojima, he's been with PlayStation been with Sony since PlayStation 1. Been with Sony since PlayStation 2. Been with Sony since PlayStation 3. Been with Sony since PlayStation 4. Okay, so after a while, after being with a company for so long, it's time to expand your horizon, and go in another direction. So that's what happened with Kojima, But when he made the move was, he wanted to start his own production company, So it's like, okay, why am I sitting here, giving my time to this one company when I can create my own studio? And then, since I'm so creative and so talented and so gifted at what I do, why do I sit here and give all my time to this one company when I could be independent and make games for other companies? So every job has an expiration date on it, has a start date and expiration date. And when that expiration date comes, you have to be ready to make changes. Some people work at a job till they retire, depending on how good the benefits are and how good the salary is. So once that time comes, you have to be ready to make changes, and you should be in preparation to make changes when that time comes. So when you go, you make a smooth exit. But anyway, found this article this morning about the Kojima situation. But like I told you before, in the very beginning of this video, you never appreciate someone until they're gone. Listen to this. It says here, disgruntled Hideo Kojima fans start petition to cancel his Xbox game. You knew this was gonna come with the territory. Once Kojima decided to go to start his own studio, you knew this was gonna come at some point. But I guess these are PlayStation fans that love his Metal Gear games. And ever since Konami did Metal Gear Online, it's not the same game. It doesn't have that Kojima touch or appeal to it or storytelling to it. But anyway, so fans from the probably Sony fan base, they miss Kojima. But Kojima is his own man now, so he's trying to do his own thing. So now he's trying to make games for Xbox. So Sony fans, should have known that one day this was gonna come. One day this is gonna come. This is a video game industry, and things happen. So that's life. But anyway, it says here, disgruntled Hideo Kojima fans start petition to cancel his Xbox game. Some seemingly disgruntled Hideo Kojima fans create a petition demanding that his rumored Xbox exclusive horror game is canceled. For decades, Hideo Kojima has been linked closely with PlayStation, with mostly Metal Gear Solid game release as timed PlayStation exclusive and Death Stranding push one of the PS4 Premier exclusive of 2019. However, it seems that Kojima is going to be jumping ship to Xbox with his next-gen game. However, as unconfirmed reports have claimed that the famed developer has signed a letter of intent to work with Xbox, and this has upset some of his fans. And it says here, some disgruntled Hideo Kojima fans have started a petition on change.org asking for Kojima Xbox exclusive game to be canceled. The petition accuses Kojima of betraying his loyal fans and being blinded by greed. It argues that not everyone has good enough internet to stream games, in reference to Xbox Cloud Gaming Service, and that's not everyone can afford to purchase an Xbox Series X or build a PC. It's responsible that the petition is fictitious and isn't meant to be taken seriously, but that remains to be seen. It says here, if the petition is legitimate, then the one who made it likely aren't happy with its success rate so far. At the time of this writing, a little over 80 people have signed the petition, with the number having actually dropped from a little over 100. However, even if the petition managed to amass over 1 million signatures, it's highly unlikely it would have any influence on Hideo Kojima's releasing his next game with Xbox. And then it says here, as it stands, very little is known about Hideo Kojima's next game. In an official capacity, the general consensus is that Kojima is making a horror game, with a rumor pointing to its possibly being episodic. There have been reports that Sony passed on Kojima's next game, whatever it is, so anyone legitimately upset about it going to Xbox should take it up with PlayStation. Fact. And it says here, even if Kojima's next game is an Xbox exclusive, which seems to be the case, that doesn't mean that Kojima production is done with PlayStation brand. As a matter of fact, Kojima just recently announced Death Stranding Director's Cut for PS5, which is meant to be the definitive version of that game. More details on what exactly Death Stranding Director's Cut will entail have yet to be revealed, but a deeper dive into the game is expected to come sooner rather than later. In the meantime, fans of Kojima production will just have to sit tight and wait to learn more about the company's next game, and if it will be Xbox exclusive as rumored. And that's that. But going back up, the reason for this going back to this in the middle of the paragraph where it says some disgruntled Hideo Kojima fans have started a petition on change.org asking for Hideo Kojima Xbox exclusive game to be canceled. The petition accuses Kojima of betraying his loyal fans and being blinded by greed. It argues that not everyone has good enough internet to stream games, in reference to Xbox Cloud Gaming. Listen, man. PlayStation had good internet service, right? So when you were getting his games, you had good internet service. So this petition makes no sense to me. You know, they're just mad that because Kojima, you know, is his own person now, you know, and he's not owned by anyone, and he can do what he wants, and he can go in whatever direction he wants to. So they're mad that he's with Xbox now. But like the article says, if you want to blame the Kojima issue, you want to blame PlayStation, but you also want to blame Konami too. You know, you want to blame PlayStation and Konami for the whole Hideo Kojima situation. You know, like the old saying goes, you never appreciate something or someone until it's gone, until they're gone. So it was PlayStation's responsibility, since Kojima makes good Metal Gear games, to keep him. You know, they should have did what Microsoft did with ZeniMax and Bethesda when it comes to Kojima. You know, they should have done that, but they didn't. So once they didn't do that, Kojima was already in progress of making moves of his own. So, you know, he's been with PlayStation since PlayStation 1. So it was time to go to a different route, you know. And if you're not taking care of your employees, you know, if you're not taking care of them like you're supposed to, then that employee that has value is gonna go somewhere else. So this is what happened to the whole. This is what happened with the whole Kojima situation, and for the fans of Kojima saying that the petition accused Kojima of betraying his loyal fans and being blinded by greed. When Kojima was with Sony, he was making money, so how comes he wasn't blinded by greed then? Okay? Then it argues that not everyone has good internets to stream games. PlayStation has good internet, and you can stream games on PlayStation. So why is it that the moment he went to Xbox, you know, you guys are going to complain about you don't have good internet? Don't you got to have good internet to play? What's a good online game for PlayStation? Let's see here. What? Gran Turismo Online? You got to have good internet, right? Anyway, and it says here, in reference to Xbox Cloud Gaming Service, and that not everyone can purchase an Xbox Series X or PC. See, purchasing any game console comes down to choice. Everything in life is a choice. So this petition makes no sense. It has no value, to tell you the truth, when you really look at it. It says, and that not everyone can afford to purchase an Xbox Series X or PC. Purchasing a PlayStation or Xbox or PC or even Nintendo comes down to choice. Okay? Everything in life is a choice. So, or even the PC. So this petition again makes no sense. And it says here, is it possible that the petition is fictitious and is meant that to be taken seriously? But that remains to be seen. When it comes to purchasing these game consoles, it's all about choice, okay? And and also preference. You know, that's why when it comes to these game consoles, you never take sides. You know, you never take sides. You hope that the company change their ways. You know, like I've been telling people with the whole Nintendo situation, with the Wii U situation. This petition reminded me of like when people had the Wii U and some people went to change.org because they're saying like, wait a minute, if the Wii U is more powerful than the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, how comes we can't get Destiny to run Destiny on the Wii U? So people went to change.org and brought this up, and this was actual fact. So these people, when it comes down to these consoles, you never take sides. You know, I mean, you try not to take sides. You know, it's always good to have if you're playing video games, it's always good to have, you know, since PlayStation and Xbox makes powerful console, and Nintendo is all cavalier, but they really need to make powerful console. It's always good to have a PlayStation and an Xbox console so when moves happen, you know, you can get the game, you know. So it's kind of like with the Final Fantasy 7 remake. You know, fans Some people who love Final Fantasy, some people that are Xbox fans had to go get a PlayStation just to play Final Fantasy VII the remake, and others choose to wait on the Xbox release. So when it comes down to these consoles, man, it all comes down to choice and preference. But even though you might prefer one console over the other, it's always good to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to have both consoles. Look, I play Xbox a lot, right? I play Xbox a lot, but I like the Spider-Man games, so that means I got to get a PlayStation. You know, I like Spider-Man games. You know, I like the Spider-Man games, so that means I got to get a PlayStation to play Spider-Man's. But it doesn't mean that I hate. It doesn't mean that I hate Sony. Hate Sony. No, you know, they got a game that I like, and Spider-Man is it. So in order for me to play Spider-Man, I got to get a PlayStation. But me, I do my heavy gaming on Xbox. You know, I do my real heavy gaming on Xbox. You know, so and but PlayStation has games that I like, and if I have the money to get a PlayStation, then I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to these consoles, man, it's all about it's a choice thing. But it's good, even though you prefer one over the other, it's good to get both consoles. You know, that's why when it comes to these video game consoles, you don't limit yourselves. Like in PC, you know me, I use Windows. I'm a Linux user, but I also love Windows, and I also love Apple, and I don't limit myself just by sticking with Ubuntu with Linux, any Linux operating system, and thinking that's it. No, I expand my horizon by getting other operating systems, such like ones from Apple or ones from Microsoft, and that way I get the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? So it's good not in this video game industry. It's not good. It's not good to limit yourself. You know, it's not good. So especially in this computer industry, it's not good to limit yourself. So when it comes to Sony and Microsoft, man, it's best to have both consoles. You know, because each console got a game that you might like. You know, so yeah. Like I said, I do my heavy gaming on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? You know? And I like Spider-Man. I haven't played those games yet, but that means I gotta get a PlayStation to play them. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? I love Nintendo too, but the Switch ain't for me. The Switch is not for me. I'm not going back down that road anymore. I've been down that handheld. I've been down that handheld road before. I'm not going back down that road. You're limited when you have the Switch, but then with the Wii U, you have options. You have variety. You know what I'm saying? So I could keep talking about this all day, but you know, I don't limit myself when it comes to these consoles. You know, I don't limit myself, and I don't limit myself when it comes to these computer operating system, whether it's from Linux, whether it's from Microsoft, or whether it's from Apple. I use all three. I don't limit myself. So this petition makes no sense. Now the one on the Wii U makes more sense because the Wii U can run Destiny. So you know, like I told you, what happened to the Wii U was lies, excuses, and laziness. So this whole Kojima thing, PlayStation fans should have known that this was gonna happen, and PlayStation fans should have known that in order to keep Kojima, Sony should have locked him down, you know, but they didn't. So Kojima went and did his own thing, and here we are. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this article in the description box so you can read it. But nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.